Career and finances. We have the mystery card. I also refer to this card as the Dark Mother. It is a card of, well, to me, what this card is saying that there is a lot potentially in transit for your career, for situations with your money. There can be a lot of questions right now. Maybe there are some shifts, some things changing, and you don't really know what's next. It's okay to be in that space. It is divinely ordained. And this point of kind of being in limbo, being suspended, maybe feeling like you're in between two paths, it's a really rich time to return to the source, to return to the divine, to return to meditation, to prayer, and really seed that which you are wanting to step into and wanting to grow. Because you can see, it's like, to me, this really feels like a womb energy, and this little life form, speck of life that is ready to be formed is being very carefully held. So stay focused on what you want, because that's really what you can control, is your desires, how you show up, and how you move through the world. Try not to let your attention be projected too far ahead into the worries, into the what ifs. Just really enjoy and sit in the space of unknowing. Relationships, one of my favorite cards. So for relationships for this week, we have, I'll hold this one a little closer because there's more going on. We have hello to those coming in. We have the Strength card. In this deck, it is called Lust. In a lot of other tarot decks, it's referred to as Strength. And as you can see, this card is a very, very powerful card. This figure is sitting on a lion, many-headed lion figure, and it is basically under her control, under this person's control. She's, not closed. She's very vulnerable and open and exposed, but in her power. And what she's holding, interesting that we were just talking about the womb space, what she's holding looks to be like a womb. And it is that which is birthing all things new. So in relationships, the advice here, or the guidance here, I should say, is to really work and step into that seat of power that you're starting to find in your relationships. That authentic, what does the line refer to? If you're talking about this line right here, as you can see, this is almost like, well, I guess it could be referred to, the lion. Okay, thanks for that question. So for me, the way that I read the cards, it can really depend on the message itself. Like sometimes I'm drawn to different interpretations. In this context, if we're looking at the week ahead, and this is referring to us in our relationships, I would say that this is the voice of authenticity. Like, this is being vulnerable. The lion is it can be our intrinsic inherent power and how we express, which a lot of times we keep inside, right? We repress. We don't let that lion out. We're too scared to be vulnerable, too scared to be authentic, and too scared to actually show ourselves. In this picture, she's not only figured out how to let that lion exist, she has become basically bonded to it, in partnership with it. And the parts of her that others may see as scary, as aggressive, as a little too much, because this lion is there's a lot going on here, right? It's got a lot of heads. And I mean, if I were her, you know, just thinking like taking this into a practical application, like if this lion represented the parts of you that other people might find a little scary, then I feel like that would be a pretty good application to the guidance that spirit is giving. So like this is our authentic expression, our authentic self, the parts of us that we don't want others to see. And the guidance is to really just let that be. Yeah, it is. It's a lot. There's a lot more that I could even go into with the womb that she's holding and the snakes. Like this is just transformation energy. She's in her power. She's speaking authentically, expressing authentically. And from that, transformation is occurring because you can see that she's not out there, you know, doing the work. She's in her power. That's where she is, and letting spirit manifest and transform everything around her. So that's the through line, and that's relationships. So and it's Leo energy as well. If you're not familiar with astrology or the archetype of Leo, then that might not translate to much, but it's very much like authentic expression energy. So be your true self. And if being your true self chases some snakes away, it's for the best, right? All right, moving on to personal development. Oh, interesting. This is almost mirroring the strength card. We have the moon. So this is for our personal development.